Hello, friends. Uh, I am currently still surviving the YouTube prison life. I got that one YouTube strike, but hasn't really amounted to too much. So I'm doing okay. We're surviving. We're making it through. But I wanted to take some time today. It's been a hot minute since I've gone through my pull list, updated what I'm getting, looked ahead at what's coming up, and made some choices about the pull list. About a year ago, I went through and really hammered down hard on myself to really scale back as much as I could. And I think I was successful in 2022. So now it's time to reboot this process in 2023 and see where we all end up. So I'm gonna share a website that I utilize, and we can look at what's coming out the next few months together, and maybe you can convince me about some books that I am not reading that I need to be reading, and inversely, and maybe I'll explain my thought behind all of this stuff. But let's jump into the chat and see what's going on. It's not a live premiere. This is a lot live. This is happening right now. I'm here right now. What's up, Chris from Chaos and Comics? What's going on? We started off though with Perry. He's gaming. He's talking. He says his pull list really is just like Detective Usagi, and I don't know what else. So there you go. That's good. That's definitely scaled down. What is up, Todd Christian in the chat? What's going on, Todd? What is going on, Unruly Simeon Lane? He and I are of the like mind that when it comes to like indies in particular, both of us love to read those trades and those hardcovers. So I've scaled back the most over last year uh, uh, on the realm of indies, so that when it comes to things from AWA or Boom or Image, I'm generally going to read issue one and make a decision about getting the trades later on. Let's see. We got Paul Big O. What is going on? Sorry, my clicker is going low. I think my internet's a little slow right now. What's going on? What's up? Chet says, "What did you do wrong, you criminal?" So I got a copyright strike on my channel, and 5 videos were pulled down off of the John's Comics with Kids YouTube channel. All videos where I was reading Harry Potter. So I got hit with a reading strike. I've heard of music strikes and copyright strikes with like video, but never me reading. So that's something new. Yeah. Let's see. We got Bizarro Fett in the chat. Hello to you. Hope things are going well. I got Paul Sector 2815. I do believe there's a new Green Lantern book coming in June. So we're definitely going to be talking about that when I get there. Big Will has arrived. What is up, Big Will? I hope you're doing well. He was at, I want to say, the Huntsville Comic Con recently, had his own booth. Congrats to you, sir, on that. Let's see. This is sorry, I got a sneeze coming. Yeah, I think Lane and I are seeing eye to eye on this, how to read indies and enjoy them the best. And I feel like I have had a more pleasant indie comic book experience utilizing a trade paperback or hardcover collected edition policy. Let's see here. Really been enjoying the last few weeks of Omni X-Men. We've been talking about some great Claremont Frank Miller Wolverine miniseries stuff, which is why I got some Logan right behind me there. Sorry, the microphone's kind of blocking it, but maybe I can tilt it over a little bit. There you go. You got a little bit more there. You can see a little bit more of the guy, a little bit more of our guy in yellow. Let's see. Normally, he watches YouTube at double speed. And that's not how I do it. That's not how I work. There is a new Green Arrow just dropped this week. Joshua Williamson writing, and there was a great David Nakayama cover. I considered it, passed on it. Considered it though. Big Will says it went really well. He has to replace 3 short boxes worth. Good job, sir. Yeah. I know. Paul, you hit the nail on the head there, Paul, and I feel you. With sports the way it is with my girls, Mondays have become a real hectic time. And that's when we primarily did comic gories. So we're struggling, or at least I'm struggling, nothing on JP. I'm struggling to make that work. And so as a result, we've taken this epic hiatus. I feel you though, brother. New Hal Jordan book, and it's got I want to say a John Stewart like secondary story, but yeah, we got to get into that. So let me share this screen. I'm going to present my the page I'm using. And if you don't know this website, let me share it. This is League of Comic Geeks. I like their website. I generally think it's a good website. Well, I don't want to be me big. No, let's do that. I think it's a very good site. I will, however, say that I am somewhat frustrated with the navigational tool, number one. Number two, I'm a little frustrated with the fact that on indies, when they reset or when an indie is moved or something, they're not good about changing the information. So it's not a perfect tool, but it is a good, decent tool. Not a lot of other great options out there, I feel like, when it comes to this sort of thing. Want to say hello to Terry. What's going on, man? He says he picked up Green Arrow, a rare non-Batman DC book for him. There you go. Paul says, yeah, busy with the kiddos. Both of mine are doing the same and keeping him busy. There you go. I feel you. I'm glad you guys are both enjoying the Green Arrow book. I hear mixed reviews, but mostly solid. No like hate, just mix of like really liked it or it was okay. Somewhere in that range. But I've talked about it a lot on my channel. Issue number ones are very hard to get right. In the description for this video is the link to this website, League of Comic Geeks. They also have an app that I use on my phone from time to time to navigate as well. I've also included my current pull list. It's really small. I think it comes down to like 11 books. Plus, I have a few that I've been grabbing that are like, oh, I'll just try this one out or try that one out. So it amounts to about 15 to 20 books a month total. But as far as the ongoing books that I've been pulling for a while now, it's in that 12 range, more or less. So here we are set for this week. You can see some of the books that came out this week, like the new Daredevil is one that's on my list. But I'm going to skip ahead to next month. And this is when the navigation tool gets a little tricky because whenever I use the refresh or back button, it's going to send me, sadly, back to this week's books. So there's going to be some of that repetition. You're going to see that page that we just saw a bunch. So we're going to start with May of 2023. And right off the bat, you got this row here with the bangers, like the big named books. And there's two in this top row of 6 books. I got 2 that are my ongoing pull list, starting with Immortal X-Men from Kieran Gillen, which I've been really enjoying, and I'm definitely going to be getting that, and Poison Ivy, which I've been enjoying a bunch. This is Marcio Takara and G. Willow Wilson on writing. So you can kind of see those there in the top row. I'm not getting Batman anymore. Chip Zdarsky's Batman, for me, it's classic, good, not great Batman. I enjoyed the first story arc fine. I thought it was a little ridiculous in the like, oh, if Batman has enough prep time, he can do whatever. It was okay. It was kind of almost like comedically over the top, Batman, what he can do. The beginning of the second storyline where he's like traveling in other realities, I was already like, nope, done, hard pass, run away. We've also got Moon Knight, Flash, and Star Wars. You know what? I don't like Star Wars comics enough to read them. I really have not been in. And I've tried the ones that people say are the best, all the Darth Vader, Kieran Gillen, and that kind of stuff. I didn't like those enough. And if everybody tells me that's the cream of the crop and I didn't love it, I should really just don't read it. That's kind of where I'm at with that. The Mark Brooks covers on Immortal X-Men are dope, and I think they've had some great ones. So yes, I'm definitely getting those. Don't worry, aggressively relaxing. I definitely am doing my best. I will say, and what we discussed last time, what I said last time was I can't read all the X-Men books I want to read, so I really just narrowed it down to 2 or 3. And then I read the rest digitally. I can't store them. I've come to a place where I just can't store everything I like. So I've been kind of reading those things digitally that I don't want to store but want to keep up on. And using the Marvel app has been a great way to do that. They're only like 6 months or 5 months behind, so I can kind of keep up with some of that stuff. I did not. This is a great comment. The second Batman fell from outer space without any real protection and he was saved by his super underoos. I was laughing at it because it was funny, but I don't think it was meant to be funny. I think people were like, well, with prep time, Batman could do anything. Hard pass. Yeah, my buddy JP loves it, and he's reading all the High Republics, and I hear this new Darth Vader is pretty solid. There's a Darth Vader black, white, and red. I struggle with them. I don't enjoy them much. Digitally, I've been using Comixology or the Marvel app, a mix of those two things. I have not bought in on the the Batman app, the DC app. I have not purchased that again. I used to have it, but I'm not doing it anymore. Let's see. So let's scroll down here. The next row, nothing I'm looking at. There's a new Shazam. I'm gonna open it in another tab just so I can read it about it for you guys. But I got Spider-Man. Nope. Spider Adventures of Super. I did enjoy the Jonathan Kent that Tom Taylor was doing, but I don't know that I need to continue it. I felt like I finished that first story arc and I was good. Let's see who's writing Shazam. That is harsh. Those that don't know, Dan Mora, really talented artist, once in Future and the current World's Finest. Also, Mark Waid, great writer and current writer on World's Finest. The two of them are now moving over to do this Shazam run. Oh, dang. This is my thought right here, Todd. So I might have to give that I'm going to put that in the maybe just try issue number 1 category. I've never loved Shazam as a comic. It's never been a big book for me, a character that I cared a lot about. I do like the first film. I haven't seen the second film. So, but with that creative team, I think I'm going to give that one a shot. So let's close that tab. Good to know the creative team, though. There's a lot of DC number 1s coming up, so it's good to read up on some of that stuff. Radiant Black, not a fan. I know people love it. People love that universe. Not a fan. Joker, get out of here. Don't even know Joker. Dawn of DC. There's a lot of free comic book day books mixed in here. Don't need any of that. This row, Sons of X. So I guess Marvel has these there's the event called Fall of X coming here soon, and there's some precursor books. So this is a one-off that I am definitely going to get, X-Men Before the Fall. And this is Son of X. God, that's an ugly title. But the creative team is the same team that's been doing the Legion of X, which I've been really enjoying. So we got, let's see, Cy Spurrier and Phil Noto. And I've been enjoying their stuff. So I'm going to get that one just because I want to keep up with it. I agree. I've too much Joker in my life. I don't want any more Joker. I'm seeing nothing but Shazam so far for you. Hey, there you go. Let's see here. Shazam's creative team looks great, but it's a DC app one for you. Okay, there you go. There you go. It's a struggle, right? Balancing which books to get and which one. There's a ton of Star Wars. There's a ton of X-Men. There's a ton of Batman. There's a ton of right. Oops, sorry. Did I blip out on you there? I may need to get Charlie off the internet here. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, so I think she's using the internet. That could be slowing me down a little bit, dragging a little. Let's see here. Joker never really did much for me. I love the animated series Joker. I don't mind the Heath Ledger Joker. I think that's very entertaining, but it's just overplayed. It's overplayed. There's too much Joker for me. Glitter and duct tape. What is going on, Crystal? I hope you're doing well. Hope your Friday is off to a good start this evening. Your Friday evening. All right, so there's a few on this month. Let's keep going now. Spider-Verse, no. Morphin Power Rangers, no. Carnage, no. Avengers, no. Love Everlasting. I have not been reading that. I Hate This Place. Never heard of that. New Peacemaker comic book. I don't really care for that character, so I'm just going to keep going. More Carnage, High Republic. There's a new Groot comic book here in the middle. I glanced at the creative team and didn't really recognize them, so I'm going to pass on that. But my girls might like that. That could be something they like. Where Monsters Lie, heard some good things about that, but I'm not reading that one. Some more Star Wars. There's a Usagi TMNT crossover book. This is issue 2 from IDW. So TMNT Usagi fans might enjoy that. Conan the Barbarian. This is some free. There's a lot of free comic book day stuff. Lots of stuff going on there. Let's see. Would you consider Power Girl 1 special issue number 1? I feel like the Flash movie is going to be Kara Zor-El, and DC is trying to get her more incorporated. I'm going to glance at pretty much all of the DC number 1s just to look at for me, it's less about the character. At this point in my collecting, I'm less about the characters, more about the creative team and the direction that the book is going. So if the Power Girl team is a strong one that I like, then yeah, that might be something worth checking out. Otherwise, we'll see. Yeah, so Bizarro, that Conan book looks like a free comic book day one. Let me open that up and read you some of the details if you'd like. Let's see here. This one says, writer Jim Zub and artist Roberto de la Torre. And looks like visions of his future, something going on there. I guess it's just a one-off. So it's just the free comic book day, issue number 1. Not much more beyond that. I don't know. There's a new Frank Frazetta issue of Death Dealer. Parker Girls from Terry Moore's got issue 7. Hairball from Dark Horse Comics. Fish Fly. There's a lot of free comic book day stuff. So I'm going to kind of scroll through a lot of that. I don't need the free comic book day stuff. Not a ton of new indies this week, I think, because everybody's doing free comic book day books. So I think that kind of wraps it up. I'm just scrolling through a ton of free comic book day this is and that. So I'm going to skip to the next week, which would be 5/10/2023. So let's zip back to the top here. Now we're on the 10th. Let's see here. Hairball was fun. I heard Hairball was issue number 1 it's a Dark Horse book. Is it like a monster, like horror cat thing? If I'm not mistaken, I think it was a horror cat thing. I think it's just a healthy way to go at comics. It doesn't mean you won't have chances to try other things, but not for it's been the safer way to do it. And see, there you go. Chaos said Death Dealer would be an art play. I'm sure it's pretty heavy, basic heavy metal stuff. Let's see here. Top row has Daredevil, and Daredevil is wrapping up, but it is still on my pull list until we get to issue 12, I think is the finale. So there's 2 more months of Daredevil, 1 May and 1 June. So that's going to stay on my list. Also on that top row where you have the heavy hitters, I got X-Men Red because it's my girl Storm. And I want to see if the creative team is staying. I know they just wrapped Storm and the Brotherhood, which I felt mixed about. But yeah, it looks like it's still Al Ewing and Jacopo Camagni. All right, sure. But it's the same 2 gentlemen that I believe were doing it for a little while now. But yeah, I'm going to stick with that. I've enjoyed the series Sword that Ewing was doing with the same basic concept here, and I've been enjoying that. Wolverine's been cool. I haven't been reading that. Who is that? Who's been doing that? Is it Jerry Duggan? Jerry Duggan has been doing that one. Let me see. No, Jean Luen Yang. Oh, Percy. Benjamin Percy's been doing it. Sorry, Benjamin Percy. It's got a backup story. That's what it is. So now they're doing a lot of these comics are doing backup stories. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I'm not a fan of backup stories, but that's just me. I want don't cut out some pages to throw me in a backup story by another team. Like I want give me all my issues. Give me all my pages. So I do like Benjamin Percy. I have been off of it for a while. This looks like it crosses over a little bit with what's been going on X-Force and the Dark Beast storyline. I'm good for now. I'm good. This is one that I'm fine reading digitally. It's one of the X books that I'm not getting individually. Let's see. Ghost Rider. Is that the top row there? I don't see Ghost Rider yet, but it's probably coming up here. I did get issue 1 of the Cosmic Ghost Rider series, but I'm not reading the current Ghost Rider. There it is, issue 14. It looks like he's battling, I don't know, that Weapon X or something? Oops, sorry. Whoa, highlighted stuff. My bad. Weapon. It looks like he's battling Weapon X or something on the cover there. Okay, Paul. Here it is, Green Lantern 1, and let me read you the info on the creative team involved here. This is definitely going to be another book that I'm going to try, so I'm going to add Green Lantern issue number 1. Happy to give that a read. Let's see who the team is on this one. It's Jeremy Adams and a one-word gentleman, one name, Zermanico. They brought us Flashpoint Beyond, which didn't read that, but all right. This story says, spinning out of the events of Dark Crisis. That's not a good way to start a sentence, by the way. The Guardians of Oa, at the heart of the Green Lantern Corps, have quarantined Sector 2814, home of Earth, and its champion along with it. A heartbreaking defeat has sent Hal reeling, returning home to rediscover his roots and find the man responsible for ruining his life, Sinestro. From the visionary team, blah, blah, blah. And there's a backup story from Philip Kennedy Johnson and the artist Montos called John Stewart War Journal. So I'm more excited about the War Journal story than the main story, but all right, something to think about. Ghost Rider has been strong, they say. Let me look at the creative team there. Let's take a look. I've never really read Ghost Rider except when he crossed over with other people. Benjamin Percy strikes again, but is he doing the main I hate this backup story stuff. Ugh. A backup story. Ugh. I don't know what is the deal with that right now. The backup story thing. I don't get it. Let's see here. He's battling himself. Interesting. I don't know that I'm ready for that. I don't know. I struggle with that one. Beast has gone rogue. Beast is always a problem. Always a problem. Yeah, not a fan. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting ripped off when I get backup stories. I feel like I'm losing story for that. Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. The rest of that row, I'm not reading anything. I do not care for Scott Snyder, so Noctera is not on my list. I heard some people enjoying the current Captain Marvel run. I have not been reading that. Justice Society and Spawn, no thank you. Let's see here. I'm looking forward to see the John Stewart ongoing in the summer. I wasn't a fan of Jeremy Adams writing on the Flash. Okay, there you go. Basically, the idea, Vic, is that you get like, if the comic has, let's say 75% of the comic is the main writer and the main artist and the main story, but the last 25% could be a totally different creative team with a totally different story. So in this case, with the Green Lantern, it's going to be like 75% one team talking about Hal Jordan and Earth, but then the last 25% will be John Stewart and his story. So it's kind of like two comics and they split it. I feel like give me one of each. I happily would buy both, probably. That's just the truth. Kenneth Bird. Good to see you, Kenneth. And Chris, the comic vet. It has been a while since we've hung out. If you want the link and you're bored, you let me know. I will send you the link. It's been a while, sir. I hope you're doing well. I hope life in the great cold north isn't treating you too bad. JSA is by Johns is a good read. I read issue 1 and it's not for me, Jay. I think I struggle with like DC team books. They always just seem so like, I think I read the Justice Society the same way somebody would read X-Men. I feel like people pick up X-Men and they're like, wait, I don't understand who are these guys? I don't understand what's going on. I read JSA the exact same way. I tried that first issue of the new JSA and I was like, I don't even understand what's happening here. I only know like half of these people. I don't even understand the dynamics. And it's just, it lost me completely. So I was like, well, I don't know. I struggled. And generally, I like Jeff Johns. But I mean, I like his solo stuff a little better. Superman Lost, I heard was pretty good. I might read that in a trade later on. I'm not reading Rogue and Gambit, although I like those characters. I have not been enjoying. I haven't been reading any of those. Little Monsters from Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen, I hear is pretty good. I've been thinking about maybe reading that in trade. I heard good things about Danger Street. That's a hilarious cereal box cover. That cracks me up. Let's see here. Stargirl. I tried one issue of that. It just wasn't for me. Junkyard Joe, I hear, is great. And I'm going to probably end up reading that one in trade. I tried the other one that, because that's, is that Jeff Johns too? No, that's, darn it. Who's doing Junkyard Joe? It's an Image Comics book, but I read his other one. It is Jeff Johns. Okay. I read the other one that he did where it was like it was Geiger. I read Geiger and I liked it. I didn't love it. So I thought, oh, I'll come back around to it. I never got around to it, yeah, thank you, Frog. I appreciate you. I read the first issue of Geiger and thought it was okay. Didn't love it, but I hear that Junkyard Joe is way better, and I do need to read that. So I hear great things about that. Jeff Johns is one of the best writers in comics right now between JSA and Junkyard Joe. Look, there you go. Todd is hitting a home run. He's hitting a home run right there. He's saying the same thing. Phantom Road. I think I read issue 1 of that and thought it was just kind of all right, decent. If it's getting great, maybe that's a trade that I will pick up down the road. So I will mark those down. I know Junkyard Joe is on my list somewhere, so I'll mark down Phantom Road as well. Thank you guys for so helpful. There are so many indies. I really just have to hear great things before I mark it as like trying issue 1 or getting that trade later on. These are connected universes, right? I think, right? The Junkyard Joe and the Geiger universe are all kind of connected. The Geiger verse. All right. Interesting. All right. So Cosmic Ghost Rider 3. I did the first 2 issues, thought they were good. I don't know if I'm going to continue with Cosmic Ghost. Anybody loving that one? I'm kind of like, whatever. I'm not loving it. At this stage, I really want to love something before I give it a shot. This row, Wildcats, Silk, there's a new Batman White Knight, which I've caught up on my White Knight for the most part, and I like the universe. I think it's an interesting universe. Curious about how it'll do when they start removing Philip Kennedy. Sorry, not Philip Kennedy Johnson. Sean Gordon Murphy seems to be backing away a little bit and letting other people play in his playground a little more often. Let's see here. I got a new book from Image with Tony Daniel on a cover. The art and the writing is done by Simon Kudransky. It's called Epic. Outside our perception, creative thought takes physical form with only a handful of individuals known as epics able to interact with this wondrous hidden world. But for 14-year-old Danny Dillon, accepting these responsibilities himself won't be easy or safe. Lose yourself in a world of endless fantasy and creativity, where superheroes, monsters, magical creatures, and cartoon characters live and breathe alongside us. Not wowed. It's all right. Interesting. Hey. I mean, Murder Falcon's phenomenal. Who's talking about Murder Falcon? Always for more Murder Falcon. Always more. Talk about it. Chat about it. Love it. What's up, Phil? Good to see you. The Murphyverse has been very entertaining. I've been reading that in trades. I've got, I think, the full set right over here. There's one that hasn't been released yet, like is it a Red Hood or something? There's a new one that's coming this summer, I think. But I've read all the other ones and really enjoyed it. The first one is still the best. Everything sort of is lesser after, but that first one's the best for sure. I read Nightclub issue 1 and was kind of bored, but I heard Ambassadors this week was really good. I heard that was good. CGC, what is going on? Good to see you. Of course, I've read Powerbomb. Yeah, I've read everything that that artist / writer has done. I've read pretty much everything. I just finished Extremity, which was one of his first Image books earlier. That was like January, maybe, I finished that Extremity and enjoyed it. It's the my least favorite probably of all the things that Daniel Warren Johnson. Thank you. I get Philip Kennedy Johnson in my head, and I just repeat his name over and over again. For me, it's Murder Falcon's #1 all the way. I liked Beta Ray Bill a ton, and the Wonder Woman Dead Earth a lot. Those are probably my top 3 from him. Powerbomb is probably 4, but it's mostly because I'm not as big a wrestling fan, I think, as other people might be. So that one fell a little bit lower for me. Paradiso, I'll have to watch for that one if new issues are still coming out. I'll keep a lookout and see if it's coming along. Scrolling along here, there's the ambassadors right there, Mark Millar or Mark Miller, depending on how you want to say it. I'm not quite sure. Clear. I have been reading Dark Ride here on the end from Image Comic or Skybound and Image. This is the one that's like a devil worshiping Disneyland kind of thing. It's like it's all built around like evil and monsters and horror and Halloween. So I thought it was very funny and very different, and I enjoyed that one. So there's a new arc starting for Dark Ride. I don't know if I'm going to read it in trade or not, but I have enjoyed what the first 5 issues offered. That was a lot of fun. Sandman Universe, haven't been reading any of that. Batman Adventures, Harley messes up the DC Universe. I Am Iron Man. No, nothing on that row. Declan Shelby's Old Dog. I tried issue 1. It was all right. Didn't wow me. Not blowing me away. Not blowing my skirt up. Star Trek Defiant. I haven't read a Star Trek comic since I was a kid. I haven't read that. I've heard great things about the current 007, which I do believe is Philip Kennedy Johnson doing that. I want to get the trade, though, for like his first arc and then catch my way up. But they did just have an issue 1 this last month, and they got one coming up here in May 10th. So I would love to get into some Bond comic books, and I do love Kennedy Johnson, so that might be an option. I'm reading Monarch. That is on my pull list. Got to write that one down. This is the alien assaulting Earth story by Rodney Barnes. I've been enjoying that. Let's see what the chat's got to say. Bobby De La Ghetto, what is going on? Haven't seen you in a little bit. Hope you're doing well. And by that, I mean since Tuesday when I was live and you were in the chat. CGC says, I'm watching Sandman on Netflix right now. It's a great show. I highly recommend it. Digging Star Trek comics, and the new 007 arc is starting off cool. I hear great things. And I went to my LCS looking to get the first trade of Philip Kennedy Johnson's 007, and he's like, nope, hasn't been released yet. That drives me crazy, man. Just put that out there. Let's get those books. I want those books. Aggressively saying buying all the Star Treks. They've been promising recent stuff in the continuity. Ooh, all right. Glad to hear that. Other than that, that is it for the rest of those. I don't see anything I'm reading there. We're into the deeper indies. Some of this, I have read a lot of Second Coming, and they've got a new story on right now. I may just read that one in trade because I do really think it's fun and interesting. Deep thoughts from that Ahoy book, Second Coming. I thought the first 2 volumes were very good, so I do want to read that at some point. And I think we're getting to the nitty gritty here, so I'm good. Let's see, some Scout books. I haven't read anything from Scout in a while. If anybody's got anything they really love over there, let me know. Ninja High School. What? This is the stuff that some of my girls might dig. Betty and Veronica. All right. Let me skip to the next week. So now that we're on the 17th of May, and my internet's going slow. Let's see what we got here. Sure is getting real good. I'm glad you're enjoying that Sandman show. I think good things about it. Mighty Barbarians 1 was so freaking fun. Bizarro, you read a ton of great books. I appreciate you, sir. I've never read By the Horns. Is that how many trades, Jay, if you know? I heard great things. I do need to add that to my trade shopping list. TJ, the Slab Dragon, is here. Let me play a little something. I don't see TJ enough. Let me play something for TJ. TJ, cheers to you, TJ. Cheers to you, TJ. Cheers to you, my man. They don't come pre-slabbed. No, there's no pre-slabbing for any of that. Let's see. Already on trade. So there you go. Scout Comics. Appreciate you for that reminder, Jay, because I have heard a lot of great things about that book. So top row here, I think I just have one. Obviously, I'm reading the main X-Men title. I'm still getting those issues. World's Finest, I'm reading in hardcover. They've released one so far, so I'm pretty far back, but I really enjoyed the Dan Mora art on World's Finest. So big fan of that. I'm definitely enjoying that. I hear the Flash story. Maybe someone can remind me if you're reading Flash. Didn't they just do like the 1 minute war or the 1 second war, something like that? Some people were telling me that they really thought it was a spectacular story. So if somebody knows, I'd love to hear it, because that sounds like something I want to read in a trade. Absolutely. Is that the new? This looks like issue number 799 of Wonder Woman. So I'm assuming it's nearing the end of a story arc, and that with 800 or 801, they'll launch a new storyline. It is Friday, Lady F. It is Friday. I hope your Friday's been kicking off well. I hope that you're a happy lady. Hope things are going well for you. I know that last Friday wasn't so good. I think you and I were talking a little bit, or I was in your watching your live stream. It was not so good. But this Friday, I hope is a lot better. Let's continue along here. Row number 2. I'm not reading X-Force. Sometimes I'll read it in a digital form. If I hear good things about it, I'll try one of those. Superman. I'm no longer reading Superman. It was good. I wasn't a lot of new story arcs. All right. It's been good. Not reading Fantastic Four or She-Hulk or Miles. I am curious about this. Teen Titans #1. Let's go. I'm adding that to my list here. Teen Titans. I believe, and I may be wrong, this is a Tom Taylor book. Let's double check who he's working with. Yeah, Tom Taylor and Nicola Scott. What do I know your name from, Nicola? She did Wonder Woman, Historia, and Earth 2. I am all about this, folks. I love the Teen Titans. That is a group of characters I think are really fun and really interesting. So that is a pickup. That might end up being a long-term. I might even give that a full arc before I really think about it. Just received a nugget in the mail. Well, congratulations. The 1 minute war is available for pre-order, so it hasn't started yet. Jay, you are a lifesaver. I appreciate you in a big, big way. So when that launches, I might just dive right in on issue number 1 of that. Or wait, I think you probably mean the trade is on pre-order. Or do you mean the actual story hasn't launched yet? In which case, I'm way ahead of the curve. So I had been reading Son of Kal-El, and now they've got three books, right? There's a Superman main, there's an Action Comics, and then there's the Superman's son, Jonathan Kent's book, right? So there's 3, I think, right? I think so. It is over. Okay, you did mean the trade. So yeah, that's going to be a book that I got a trade read. 1 minute war. Yeah, there it is. I was right. My first guess. But I heard several people tell me that it was spectacular. Really good. So if you're a Flash fan or casual Flash fan, might be worth trying out. Let's continue along here. Whoa. Don't want to misclick on something wrong here. We got House of Slaughter. Not a huge fan. Batgirls, I've heard mixed reviews. Catwoman, I've heard not so great right now. Gunslinger Spawn, I'm not a Spawn guy at all. Sorry to say. Captain America Sentinel of Liberty, not a Cap fan for the most part. Avengers is relaunching. Let's see who's on the creative team over there. New Avengers series, Jed McKay and Carlos Villa. Let's see what it says. The star, the icon, the witch, the construct, the god, the engineer, the king. The world is ever in peril, and a new team of Avengers mobilizes to meet any danger. Yes, I'm already bored. This really not a well-written description. So they've got on the team here, they've got Thor, Carol Danvers, they've got Iron Man and Falcon, or he's Captain America again. Looks like I see Black Panther, Scarlet Witch, and the Vision. I'm gonna pass. I haven't enjoyed. I have not enjoyed Avengers comics in a really long time. It's been a hot minute since I've been like obsessed with an Avengers series. I'm gonna keep rolling on that. There is the super. It's called Superboy Man of Tomorrow. That's what that one's called. And let's see, we got a new Guardians. Ice Cream Man. I don't love anthology books. I read it on occasion when I hear there's a great one. Brave and the Bold Batman #1. That's a new #1. Let's read about that. Let's see here. It's 3 stories. I'm not happy about that. Right off the bat, it's an anthology book. You're already hurting me, DC, right there. Now, the quality of the people involved is pretty high. You got Ed Brisson, Tom King, Christopher Cantwell, and Dan Mora, and Mitch Gerrards all working in one way or another on this. There's 3 stories. 4 stories in the Brave and the Bold Batman book. I don't know if I want all that. A Batman black and white shirt. Yeah, it's too anthology for me. I'm going to pass on that. That's too anthology for me. Not loving it. Let's see here. More Batman I'll be forced to read because I can't say no to Batman. I feel you, Fat. I feel you, brother. It's definitely one of those things, right? John, check your IG message. I sent you a picture of the Nugget. Oh, Caroline, you speak to me. You saucy lady. Ooh, that is pretty. If you want me to share it, I will share it. That speaks to me right there. Trying a new Avengers. I do like Jed McKay in general. If it's good, Todd, definitely hit me up and let me know, because I'm always happy to read a good Avengers book. I just haven't found one in a long time. Let's see here. Scrolling down a little more. Walking Dead, not a fan. Black Adam, not a fan. Cyborg #1. So there's a new Cyborg book. I'll take a look at that. And a book called The Vigil. I don't even know what that is. I'm going to have to look at that. Red Goblin, get out of here. What are you doing? All right, let me go full screen real quick to share this. Lady F with Dr. Doom. Marvel Superheroes presents Dr. Doom. Look at that. Classic mega Dr. Doom key book. And I see a friend backstage. I see a homie backstage chilling, relaxing, styling, and profiling. We got Rod the Rican. That's a good looking shirt. That's a good looking shirt.
It's pretty cool. I wear it like pretty much every day. I get home from work, take a shower, put it on, and the wifey goes, "Are you ever going to wash that shirt?" I go, "I only have it on for a few hours at the house. It still smells fresh."
There you go. Hey, it smells just like John.
It sure does.
Good to see you, brother. Good to see you.
Same here, man. Same here. It seems like I haven't seen you in a long time.
It's been a hot minute, man. It's been a hot minute. This guy's been dropping some great shorts. Man. If you guys like YouTube shorts, man, you should be checking out this dude right here. He's going to drop his usual Saturday, right? Is you guys Saturday short coming?
Yes, sir.
There it is. The Vigil, it says issue #1 is by Ram V. Always like Ram V. Let's see. Who are the Vigil? A shipping vessel, East Wind, is taken captive by pirates off the coast of Thailand. Oh my gosh. Let's That's very exciting. 24 hours after the crew had been taken hostage before communications have been established or any demands made, the crew reported an intervention by a group of unknown individuals. Amid other bizarre claims by the crew are reports of an individual who changed his appearance at will and a woman who seemingly dodged bullets. So this could be like a new superhero team. Some rogue meta-humans with illegal technology. But it seems like the chat has heard of them before. The Vigil. All right. The Vigil with half of these Savage Storm team. All right. Maybe I'll put the Vigil on my watch team, my watch list here. Another DC #1. We also have Cyborg #1. I'm curious who the creative team on that book is. Morgan Hampton and Tom Rainey. I have no idea who those people are. So that's probably going to be a pass because I don't like the character enough to just like go for it. I don't know about you, Rod. Are you a fan of Cyborg or the Teen Titans, Rod?
Not a well. The on Nightwing, the new Teen Titans. So I'm liking that. So
that Tom Taylor is going to be relaunching the Teen Titans now. Apparently, something to be looking forward to.
Give it a shot. Always look for #1. Always.
Yeah, right. Let's see what else we got here. Dawn of the DC Primer #1. That sounds like the book that teaches you what you need to read. I don't know that I'm ready for that book. A new Danny Ketch Ghost Rider issue #1. Do you like Danny Ketch the Ghost Rider? He's got the car, right? Yeah.
I don't mess around with Ghost Rider, man.
Howard Mackey is the writer. I don't know that I know him. Anybody down with Howard Mackey and Daniel Picciotto on Danny Ketch Ghost Rider? I think the boy who had 7 might be down for that, but I'm not a big enough fan for that. Yeah. Other than that, not a lot here. No One. Are you, Rod? Are you reading No One from Image?
I'm reading it, but I have to go back and read it again because it's just too much. And I read it at work where I really can't concentrate on it.
Some of those books you need a lot more focus on them, right?
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah. Sove Collector Michael is jumping in. It's always the right moment when you jump in, Michael. I appreciate you, man. Just going through my pull list. We are on the 17th of May. Looking at what's coming out, seeing anything good that we want to add. There's more Star Trek, issue #8. I see that. IDW's got a book. I'm not reading any of these. Planet of the Apes. There's a Marvel Planet of the Apes book.
I like Planet of the Apes, issue 1.
You reading that, Rod?
I picked it up. Issue 1 was good.
Now, I like the new movies they've been making.
Was good.
Okay, nice. The Spider-Man 2099 it looks like it's issue #3. Spider-Man 2099 Dark Genesis 3. So I guess there is a new one. I'm not a fan of that character, so I'm kind of out of the loop on that. The first 69 issues of the 90s Ghost Rider. Look, there you go. See? You arrived with that Ghost Rider rolled in. Wrote a lot of the ASM around when Byrne did it. Okay. There you go. Let's see what's going on here. Ordinary Gods. Nah, not reading that. Multiverse Mosley Masquerade. Not reading any of these. Red. I read issue 1 of AWA's Red Zone. It was good, but I think I'll wait and read that. I feel like AWA is better in a trade. Are you reading anything from AWA that you know, Rod?
At the moment, I was reading that 0 Year or Year Zero.
Yeah.
I've been digging it, but yeah, I think that's a good idea that for trades because it's always like 6 issues, 5 issues. It's better to get it that way.
Well, and AWA, which is publishing Red Room, they still do the $9.99 volume 1 trade. So you get for $10, you get the first 4 issues or 5 issues.
Yeah, good idea. That's what I'm gonna have to start doing. And they put out great stuff too, man.
Yeah, I do agree. So TJ says we're looking at his 60th birthday week. We better be doing a live stream, sir. We better be doing a live stream.
Man.
We should be hanging out and just talking stupid stuff, even if it's an off air, man. We better be hanging out for that 60th birthday. Share a drink, hoist a glass. I'll do another early birthday for TJ. Let's do this one. There you go, TJ. Just for you. Have a drink, man, on us or with us or around or nearby us.
I want to be there for that one.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Some horror comics. I don't read a ton of horror. Let's see. Beacon Hill from Aftershock. I think I'm nearing the end of the road here. Ooh, Red Sonja picture cover.
Hey now.
There you go. Hey, 20.
What's
Yeah, some good looking ladies. All right. Folks in the chat chatting away. Okay, Nightwing obviously is on the list. Nightwing goes on the list. We got 2 weeks left here in May. We're looking at. Let's see. Green Arrow. We talked about at the top of the show. Rod, did you pick up issue 1?
No, I didn't. I was, but I didn't.
Okay. And one of these Harley Quinns, and it might be this issue 30. I might need to buy it. Let me double check. There's a connecting cover with a poison ivy. Maybe it's not 30. Maybe it's one of them. Maybe it's 31. Double check. One of them has a connecting cover with poison ivy, and I want to get like both halves. Yes, it's 31 in June that connects to the Poison Ivy 13. So 31 and 13. So if you're a fan of connecting covers, you're liking Poison Ivy or you're liking Harley, there's a poison. It's like one's got Harley on the cover, one's got Ivy, and their hands are like crossing over, so you get like split between the two. Kind of fun.
Do you like to display your connecting covers or no?
I like to get if I because I'm already reading Poison Ivy, I'll get that cover and I want the other one with it, so I'll buy the Harley book just to get it. That's hilarious. I can't handle a twice a month book. I struggle with books that come out 2 times a month. So when they got like double detectives and double back, I can't. That's a lot. I don't know. I have to love it to stay with it. I got to be obsessed.
Yeah, I stopped Detective Comics because it was just too much. So I had to drop something because I pick up so many indie books. I'm like, it's just too much, man.
And I gave Detective 1 issue when it relaunched with Ron V, and I gave Batman a full arc. And I just, neither one of them were captivating me enough to keep going. Thor. Action Comics has been great. I will say that's probably my favorite Superman title. And I've basically been, I'm because of DC being so slow releasing their trades, I'm still one full trade. I have to finish War. I highly recommend that. I don't know if you're reading that one, Rod.
I am not.
That's a really good one, though. You should check it out. It's a good one. There's some trades for that one. What is up, Marcus from Circumstances? My dad bod revolutionary buddy. What's going on? Hope things are going well for you. So that's on my list there. I should mark down, Action Comics. Got to mark it down. I usually get the B covers, the cardstock variants. Those are really great. Let's see. Nothing on this row. Star Wars, Tim Drake, Doom Patrol, Vanish, and Spawn. None of those are high on my list. Let's see here. Hallows Eve. Oh, Rod now loves that blue book. Rod, we're gonna freak Rod out. This is the James Tynion Alien Abduction series. You reading that blue book, right?
I think I read the first issue.
You said it scared you. You were like, "Oh shit, that's scary."
Yeah, and if it freaks me out, and if I'm alone, I get paranoid. But that nightclub issue 5, I kind of digging that these teenagers are vampires and stuff like that. But it seems like my LCS, they order a short supply of books. So when I go, when they open Wednesday at 1, right, I guess everyone already pre-ordered the books. and
Ah.
I walk in there, and I can't get one,
Yeah.
but the blue book, holy coconuts, man! I can't wait to read issue 3. I got it in my bag. Oh,
there you go. So Todd says Action Comics has been awesome. He likes it ever since Philip Kennedy Johnson's been on there. Nunya says he cut Batman to keep Detective. It's gonna 135 is gonna be overprinted variants because it's technically issue 900. There you go. A little paranoia. You gotta be ready, Bobby. Yeah, those aliens come for you. You gotta watch it.
Oh yeah.
I am not reading New Mutants, so that is a comic I might try digitally, but I'm not fretting on that. Rod, here we get buck wild, Rod. Get buckled up because there's a Storm issue number freaking 1.
Boom!
A new Storm comic book, y'all. You know this guy's getting that book. You know, I don't care who's they can put hot doo-doo water as the writer of that book, and I would pick it up.
John is gonna get A cover, B cover, C cover, D cover, whatever cover it is. He's getting it. If it comes,
dude, there's the main variant is Art Germ doing Storm. Come on.
Wow.
They've even done like a 1 in 100 like foil of it. Come on. Now the writer is Ann Nocenti, who Daredevil fans would know as like the lady that did a ton of the era of like John Romita Jr., like a ton of the 90s and late 80s Daredevil was Ann Nocenti, and often regarded as one of the best Daredevil writers. So I'm curious what she can do. I don't know if she's doing a throwback 90s Storm, but I'm very curious about what she might be doing with her Storm book.
Oh, then you already threw the fish line in. And if she wrote Daredevil, I have to get it now, man.
Right. And shout out to Sove. He's looking ahead. There is a Daredevil / Echo book, which is in the middle of that row there that you guys can see. And that is got Phil Noto on art, as far as I understand. I like Phil Noto. I can't remember the writer. Let me triple check that for y'all. But the rest of that row, not really worrying about it. The writer
are they hyping up Echo to be in one of these movies or TV shows?
Well, she was on the Hawkeye show already. And apparently they're going to do a spin-off just with her at some point. I don't know when that's happening or if it's still, they keep changing their minds on these things. I'm not familiar with either of the writers for this. One of the writers is just by one name. His name is Taboo, whatever. And the other writer just has B. Earl is his name. People just need normal names. You get a normal name. I can't tell who these people are. I don't know who you are. So those are the writers for the Daredevil Echo book, but Phil Noto on art definitely has me curious. JG, I hope you're doing well, man. I hope things are going well for you. Things are going well on a Friday night, hanging out with my man Rod the Rican. Mark Millar's got another book there, that Ambassador. All right, let's roll down here. Radiant Black, Hellcat, Darkwing Duck, Spider-Man 2099. Not reading any of those. We're getting to the point now where stuff's going to repeat a little bit. Okay, 2 more number ones. We got a Fury number 1, a Nick Fury solo book. This one written by Al Ewing and drawn by Scott Eaton. A solo Nick Fury book. Interesting. Probably not going to make the list, but we'll see. That's an option.
That's probably going to make the list.
I don't know who Taboo is, Vinny. I hope you're making a joke because I've never heard of him. He's a rapper from the Black Eyed Peas?
What?
How do I not know that? Issues are written by one of the Black Eyed Peas. That's hilarious. I've never even known. I see. You guys are helping me out here, saving me some money. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know. The other book is a DC book called City Boy. Don't know that. From Greg Pak. I like Greg Pak. He's a great writer. Let's see. It's a Wild Storm crossover book. Yeah, I got it. Okay, I vaguely remember now. Nah, not my thing.
Dude,
Bizarro
I read that Warlock today, issue 1. I kind of enjoyed it. I don't know.
It's a throwback, right, to the
I don't
early
know
days of
nothing
Warlock.
about the guy, and it was a quick read, and it was just like a bunch of info in it, and it was dope, man.
The writer, is this a Ron Lim book? Yeah, Ron Mars and Ron Lim, the original guys on those early Warlock series. That's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool, and the ending was really dope.
Let's see. Michael says, "Get excellent, please." Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. I think I've tried one of the last ones that they did. This is the Michael Allred and Peter Milligan. Yeah,
I've read the first one. I was just like,
yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's one of the few X books that I'm not all in on. I probably should just get all of them. I'm trying to be a good boy. I heard good things about Indigo Children. That issue 2 just dropped recently. Have not read that. Let's see here. AWA Black Tape. I don't know that book. Traveling to Mars, Night Walkers, Chicken Devil.
Chicken Devil's wild. If you go to read the first series,
yeah,
wow, man. And again, the LCS. I guess he orders like maybe 2 copies. I get there, I'm too late. I got to pre-order it, but that's been fired. That was good. That was good.
All right, I'm adding excellent to my trade read list just because I like Michael a lot. That's the only reason I'm doing that. I am getting the second book on this row is D&D Saturday Morning Adventures. I really liked issue 1. I just snagged issue 2 this week, so I'm gonna continue to. I think it's a 4-issue or a 3-issue mini, so I'm definitely getting all of those issues and very much enjoying them, and might give them away to somebody at some point because I really do think they're fun.
You got my address.
I got you all day. I got you. Let's see. Nothing I know on that line.
Exile, the Wesley Snipes book is pretty cool.
Is it good?
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. He has separate variant covers. He has one with the blade. And the last one, what was it? I can't think of it right now, but man, the covers are dope.
Yeah, they are. They are indeed. Yeah, Bizarro, I had a blast with it. We even discussed it for book club about 3 weeks ago on my YouTube channel. We had the writer David Boer come on. He was great. He has a ton of love for that cartoon, so he's very pumped to be writing it. When I see a number 1, I think, is it going to be valuable one day? I had to grab all the new Universe number 1s back then. All those titles have no. That's not. I agree with you. I try to just look and see, am I going to enjoy it? That's pretty much it. Am I going to like it? You know? So Exiled, I might try it at some point in a trade or something like that. Vampirella. What is that, Vampy? And I think we're getting down to the... What's that?
That's the Cantonese kid.
Yes, definitely Jeff.
That's
for
his
sure.
girl, man.
Sorry, my wife's texting me. She doesn't realize I'm looking at Vampirella right now. Priorities.
Perfect timing, right?
Right. She knew. Stop looking at Vampirella. No, she's not like that. She's cool with it. That's it on that one. So one more week, and then we're done with May. We're finishing up May here. That's the 90s kids. And that you got to feed the little kid inside, right? The 90s kid inside needs to be fed every once in a while. What is up, Krista? Good to see you. Glad you're in the chat. What is happening?
Dude,
all right.
Punisher has been nuts, man.
Speak it, brother. Speak it.
God.
So that is definitely on the pull list, and that's the final issue right there. So the end of May is the end of the Punisher run by Jason Aaron. So I'm definitely getting that 100%. I'm not reading any of the rest on this line. Amazing Spider-Man. I haven't read a Spider-Man book in forever. Not a fan. Just Society we talked about. Carnage, Noctera, whatever. But
I dropped that.
But Punisher, all day. Enjoying that one. Let's check out this row here. TMNT throwback book. What is going on? Hey, Nick, what is going on? TMNT book. Oop, does not want me to highlight it. There it is. Nick, comic culture in the chat. What is up, Nick? Talk about a guy who reads a ton, watches much of his content to get an understanding of what I might like to read, what I might like to enjoy. See a lot of Punisher fans in the chat. Hope you guys are excited for the finale because clearly end of May, it's all going down. Let's see. I don't see anything on that row that I'm reading. No Turtles, no Strange, nothing. Oop, it's not refreshing here. Come on, where are my covers? My internet's too slow. My daughter's playing her video games or something. I don't know.
I did pick up that World 3 because I picked up the first one.
Oh, the World Tree, yeah.
I picked up the first one, and I'm like, you can't hardly see anything. It's so dark.
Yeah.
And what's his face? Entropy in Comics.
Yeah.
So that it was an error. So I picked up the new one, and you can see that it's clearer now. You can.
So you have both?
I got both of them now.
Because the error one is going for a little bit of money. I
don't flip books.
I mean, I'm just saying, you might give it away to somebody who wants it. I don't know.
Oh, okay now.
I don't want it, but I mean, other people. There's never enough nicks. This is fact. Unless when you're shaving, we don't want any nicks when you're shaving. Sleepy Reader Damien, what is going on, sir? Respect, appreciate you being here. One day I'll argue comics with you, John, but you're too nice about it.
Not until you see him in person.
I'm a complete jerk in person. I know that, because I know the Punisher thing is very divisive right now. The concept that bothers some people is the idea that Punisher might have been unstable before his family was killed. That bothers some people. I think there's a group of fans that are, and I don't, it doesn't matter to me. There's a group of fans though that I think want him to be a totally normal, happy-go-lucky guy who has that one bad day and becomes the Punisher.
But if you read the book, the guy he's not all there, so he's quiet. She wants him to speak and do this and that. And now it's like whoever's not reading it is, I can't spoil it because
I get the frustration for some fans who really like him to be one kind of Punisher, but I always feel like even if you have one bad day, like that Michael Douglas movie Falling Down, there are many steps along the path that lead to the one bad day that I think you can't ignore. And I like the idea that Jason Aaron is at least showing us a couple of moments in his past that built the background for the one bad day. Because the one bad day thing is still a reality. It still happened. It's still how Frank becomes the Punisher. But I have to believe that somebody that could sustain the level of what the Punisher is, I feel like would have to have come from something deeper inside of him beyond that one bad day. Otherwise he would have killed some of the bad guys and then moved on with his life or whatever. But the fact that he's continued to be the Punisher shows me that there was something deeper inside going on. I don't know. I don't like that Aaron rewrote him. I don't feel like he rewrote him. I just feel like he helped to clear up his early years that we never really knew anything about. He added to what was already there, in my opinion. But I get both sides. Let's see here. He served in Vietnam, right? And I know that's obviously, as eras have gone by, they've changed sometimes what war he served in, because obviously we want to keep him a certain age. So that's definitely changed. Yeah, there's a lot of the series of the like Garth Ennis stuff, and there's Gore talking about it as well, where they kind of went into his early childhood and early years in Vietnam, and that obviously as he's aged a little bit, that's trickier to kind of hold together. So it's tricky. Sove reads everything, so definitely I feel like Michael knows. He knows his Punisher, he knows his Ghost Rider, he knows a lot of that stuff. So I don't doubt his knowledge at all. It's just a perspective. I think it's just a different perspective on that character and the storyline that Aaron's been doing, which is mildly controversial, right? I'm not reading Doctor Strange. I'm not reading any of that stuff. Here's World Tree. You were just talking about that. Did you enjoy the issue 1 of World Tree?
It was okay enough to. I'm looking forward to get issue 2.
Okay.
I don't do the best reviews, you know that.
No, I just wanted to know if your thumbs up, thumbs down on that. X-23.
Give it a shot.
I'm not reading any of these. X-23, not that. I'm not reading Alien. Okay, so here's the Power Girl special, and I can't remember.
I like Aliens.
You read the new issue 1? Was it good?
I got it in my bag. I got to read it.
Okay, there you go. Leah Williams is one of the writers on this new series, although it's probably there's a backup story as always. Blah blah blah. Issue number 1. It's coming out of Action Comics 1030. Little drama I love with Fire and Ice and Guy Gardner, but there's also this Power Girl and the Super Family connection going on. So 2 different stories in this Power Girl. Anybody in the chat who's all pumped on this? I can't remember. I know somebody was asking about it. Somebody was all pumped on it. Let's see what else we got. Anything else I'm looking at? Nope, nothing there. Local Man. I know you're reading Local Man, right, Rod?
I picked up the first
Did you
one.
read that one? It was Tony was reading Local Man.
But I picked up the first one. I closed it. I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I felt the same. I didn't love it. It was okay. Bobby says, have you read It's Clobbering Time? I haven't read any of those. Were they any good? I thought they were kind of like, they look like comedy, like throwbacks to like the What the era of Marvel. Adam's like, I'm out of touch. That's some of these books, you got to keep up on. It's all out there, right?
I'm out of touch.
I ran out and bought X-Men Classic 39 because of you. I'm still trying to get the omnibus for the Classic X-Men because there is one out there. I just didn't get it when it was, so now it's like a $200 omnibus. Like, screw that. Nope, thank you. Love me some Savage Dragon, but I haven't read issues of that in quite a long time. So I'm way behind on that. The Rocketeer has a new issue number 1, and I showed that to Bearded Comic Bro the other day because I was like, he's going to love that.
Yep.
It has a great Adam Hughes cover for that. So those of you that are Rocketeer fans, IDW's got you covered. You are hooked up. Let's see here. Nothing else wowing me. New Vault comic. Tales from Nottingham is coming back. Continuing. I forgot Money Shot has restarted. That's a funny Vault book. So the issue number 2 has a cherry bomb cover there. Very funny.
I know you're getting that one.
I read the first arc. I thought Money Shot was hilarious, man. That cracked me up. What is up, Lost in Comics? My man Chris is in the chat. Represent, sir. He says, what are we doing on here on a Friday night? I'm just rolling through my pull list and updating myself. Getting a list going of what I want to be reading. Chris, if you got stuff that is coming up, writers, artists, he does a ton of great creator interviews. If there's something coming up you need to know about, you let me know, man. You hook me up. Let me know. Let's see.
Bearded Comic Bro does the same thing. He does all those interviews. It's great. It's great stuff.
Absolutely. All right, I think I'm done with the month of May. Month of May is done, so let's roll into June. And I'm just gonna do one more month. I'm at the hour and 15-minute mark, but there's a bunch of stuff in June I want to talk about or I want to look at. So I'm gonna run through June. So that's gonna be a few. If you want to stick with us, obviously you can, Rod. There's no responsibility. If you got it, if I know if wifey gets home, I understand things are going down. I understand.
Yeah, I may have to bounce.
Barbaric, what is going on? Yeah, sorry, Barbaric from Bizarro Fett. Yes, I heard good things about that. That's one that I needed to be reminded on. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Dr. Doom's fan club in the chat. Love his Instagram. If you're not following Dr. Doom's fan club, really great stuff. Really great throwback read discussions, things going on over there on the Dr. Doom fan club IG. So if you're an Instagram comic book fiend, this is a guy you got to follow. Got to follow him.
All right, my brother. I got to bounce, man.
Rod, I appreciate you taking the time, man. Happy Friday, sir. We survived. Sir. We did it. The weekend is here.
And I want that Daredevil issue 12. I'll let you know right now. That's on the list, man.
I know. That's never coming off the pull list. That's for life.
All right, John. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Rod.
Have a good night.
I appreciate
as
you,
always,
brother.
Stay classy, comic book community.
Rod the Rican. If you guys aren't following Rod, you're missing out. You're missing out. So this top row here, I got a few things that I'm getting. Daredevil, we mentioned. X-Men, we mentioned. We didn't, apparently nothing in May, but I am finishing out the Dark Knights of Steel. So that is finale. 2 issues left. 2 issues left in Dark Knights of Steel. Chris, if you want in, you just let me know, brother. I'll send you the link. No worries. I only speak my personal truth, sir. So I appreciate you. Let's see here. I know lots of books coming, which is partly why I wanted to go through my pull list. Finishing the last month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 regular pull list titles for me, plus 4 almost just exclusively new DC number 1s that I will try out. So that puts me about 20 books for May. Doesn't count all the indies that I try to read in trades and read otherwise. So there's something else, right? Yeah, it does seem to. Thank you, Bizarro. I'm glad I'm not feeling crazy here. But yeah, it does seem to come out a little sporadically. But it looks like it's going to be ending this summer, July or August, I would assume. All righty. So there's some good stuff in the top row there. Speaking of trade reading, obviously Saga is a book that I read in trade. So I'm 2 trades, I think, behind on Saga right now. We talked about Poison Ivy. I used this cover. Issue 13 has a phenomenal set of covers. So Poison Ivy fans, buckle up because issue 13 at the beginning of June is going to kill your wallet. I'm going to get all of them probably. There's a ton of them. Immortal X-Men, that is on the list. We talked about that. Shazam on the possibles list there on the far side. I can't remember. It was Dan Mora and Mark Waid, I believe is what we said. Scrolling down, Phantom Road. Okay, here's another one of those X-Men Before the Fall of X stories. So that one's going to make it onto the list, but it's a one-shot kind of thing. So I'm not going to stress on that one too much. It's a one-time, one-off deal. So there's that. Let's see here. Jakey, what is going on, Jakey? Hello. Happy Friday. Have a good Friday, sir, on us. Let's see. I'm not reading Bishop War College. If anybody is, let me know. Let's see here. A new Loki book. All right, let's take a look. Who's doing the new Loki book? And a new Steel Works. So Steel, the Superman spin-off character, if you will, has a new book. Dan Waters is doing Loki. I don't know if I want another Loki book. Yeah, I'm not even going to look at this Loki book. I'm going to keep on walking. Steelworks. Let's take a look at who's doing that. Michael Dorn, the actor from Star Trek. Is that the guy? Michael Dorn? Am I crazy? Isn't that the Klingon? I think that's Michael Dorn, isn't it? That's Buck Wild. But I mean, it's not impossible. A lot of talented people out there in other ways. Let's see. Yeah, Steele's got a new book. Looks like June 7th. Buckle your seatbelts because that's coming along. That's crazy. Yeah, Worf. I think Worf is writing this Steele book. He voices Steele in the animated stuff. That would make might be using the internet again. Trouble on the internet side. Hopefully we're doing all right here. Let's see. Loving the series, loving the approach from Ryan North. Okay, there you go. All right. The FF run. I can't get into Fantastic Four. I've never really been a mega fan. I love certain eras where at the store that. So we will keep rolling. Honda Jabroni, thank you for coming by. Appreciate you. Let's see. Scrolling. Groot. And yeah, see, most of these we've already checked off the box. So I'm really just looking for anything new coming out at this time. The continuation of the 007 story we talked about. Joker Uncovered. Ooh, a new Joker comic. I don't even know. Joker Uncovered, guys. I just he's overplayed. I don't want more Joker in my life. I don't want more Joker. Lee Bermejo is doing covers. It doesn't even tell you who's writing it. What the heck? A Lee Bermejo. Oh, it's older work. That book. I don't need that. So yeah, Doom is talking about the Philip Kennedy Johnson thing. On 007. The trade has not dropped for his first arc. I heard great things, and now he started a second storyline for 007. I heard good things. Very interested about that. We've better luck getting another flubber movie featuring another great actor than DC pumping out a great Ouch. I disagree. There's great stuff at all these publishers. It's just sometimes you got to sift through some other things. How did I miss Brian? Brian, I apologize to you, sir. When celebrities come in the chat, you want to say hi to them. So I appreciate you, Brian. Appreciate you, my good man. Let's see. Yeah, I think I've been tired of the Joker for a while. Made the 007 a spy comic again. Happy to hear that. I hear good things. I want to read the trade when it comes around. They just haven't released it yet. I want the trades to come out faster. If you can't tell, I'm impatient. Let's see. A new Image book called In Hell We Fight. Let's see who's writing it. Let's check on the creative team. I love me Image. You know me. I'm an Image guy. John Layman. And let's see. The artist it looks like it's Jock, but it's spelled J-O-K. So it's probably a different artist, an Argentinian superstar artist named Jock, J-O-K. Life in the underworld isn't easy. Demons try to torture you for all eternity. Monsters want to eat you. There's a stunning lack of reliable indoor plumbing, and it's almost impossible to get ice cream. At least until today, when 3 condemned teens and their annoying tag-along demon frenemy, embark on a daring scheme to hijack a demon lord's delivery truck. What happens next will take them on an epic journey across the underworld, an infernal excursion of nonstop excitement, danger, and adventure. Huh. Oh, John Layman did Chew and Suicide Squad Kill Arkham Asylum. That's curious. I'm a little curious about that. They got me a little bit. They got me. Yes, we are in June. We are in June. And look, see, you're ahead of me. I was reading. You were typing. It was all happening. It was all happening. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get through June. At least the first couple of weeks in June, there will look like there's some goodies. Look like there's some goodies. All right, I think I'm done with the first week of June, so I'm going to skip to the second week of June. Let's see how we do here. Slow internet, man. Slow. All right. Darth Vader, Carnage, Wolverine, Moon Knight, and ASM. Bleh. Nothing I really like there. X-Men Red, obviously getting that. Outer Darkness is so darn good, the pandemic killed it. So I can't decide. Are you trying to tell me it's still really good, or that the pandemic ruined a good book? I can't tell what's going on. Should I put that in my trade reading list? Outer Darkness. I'll write it down for now, but you tell me. I got a long list of good indies that I need to read in trade. A couple of Marvels, but mostly indies. I got to check out in trade. Scrolling. The new we talked about the new Green Lantern series. The Superman Lost sounds okay. I'm not loving the concept. We'll see. Batman Incorporated, me. Spider-Gwen, me. Black Panther. Let's see who's on the creative team for this new Black Panther issue number 1. I go back and forth on Black Panther, sometimes really loving it, sometimes not. Let's see here. Eve Ewing, which I don't know if that's any relation to Al Ewing. It says, king without a crown, banished from the throne and a fugitive in his own homelands, T'Challa can't leave Wakanda without its sworn protector. He finds new purpose lurking on the streets. Oh, this is when I read about this. They're making a new Black Panther, Burnin' T'Chaka. A new direction, new villains, new creative team. So interesting. I'll put it in the maybe try it out section like I've been doing. Let's see. A new Black Panther. I'm actually doing this by hand. Suck it, internet. I can't pull you down more. Put it 100% on the list. It was canceled. It did have an ending. All right, there you go. Glad to know it. Appreciate you, Chris. Appreciate you. Let's see. Not much else here. Penguin Zero. I don't like issue zeros. What's wrong with me? I'm so picky. I'm so finicky. Aren't we all a little bit, though, right? A little finicky, a little picky. I don't know, man. Monarch. I've been enjoying that one. Issue 5. Oh, it's on my pull list. Okay. Something's Killing the Children, pen and ink. Oh, dear Lord. Do they need to milk more money out of Something's Killing the Children? What's going on, folks? What is happening with this? We're in the up down, gang. We'll go 21st. See what's going on. Let's just jump to the 21st. Moving along. Dark Ride. So the new story arc of Dark Ride is coming out. There was one in May and there's another in June. You're right. Well, I mean, we've asked a lot of doctors to get involved for sure. Where did She-Hulk fall? It's not on my list. No, it's never been on a pull list for me. I'll buy a variant from time to time if they got a great cover. They did that homage to that. Is it Wolverine 8? They did an homage to the Wolverine 8 with like Mr. Joe Fix-It and Patch that I thought was kind of fun. That's about it. I don't even think I read the issue. Don't even think. Just cover buy. What a lame person I am. Cover buying. What's wrong with me? Wonder Woman 800. Woo! Congrats to her. Nightwing. I'm definitely getting Nightwing. You know that. David Nakayama does a Catwoman cover. Y'all, I might be cover buying the daylights out of that variant. If you see it there in the middle, that Catwoman is a Nakayama. That's pretty. That's some pretty artwork there. Teen Titans, we added that to the pull list. More than likely, that's going to be a book that stays on my pull list. Titans by Tom Tinian. Lots of good T syllables there. Let's see here. What are we doing next? Predator, I Hate Fairyland, No One, White Knight. The new White Knight series is called Generation Joker. Me. Whatever. Penguin #1. I have a feeling all this Penguin stuff is for the new TV show that they've been working on. That's my assumption. I don't know if y'all are interested in that, but there it is. All right. I'm feeling better about this list. I'm feeling good about it. My pull list hasn't gone bonkers. I've been pretty good. Some stuff I'm trade waiting, some stuff I'm digital reading. By the Horns, Dark Earth 10 from Scout Comics. People telling me I got to read that. People telling me I got to read that book. All right. Last week in June, I did June a lot faster because it's mostly just stuff that's repeating. There's your She-Hulk down there on the end, issue 14. And Action Comics, Harley Quinn 31, which I talked about wanting the connecting variant. Harley Quinn 31, Poison Ivy 13. There's a connecting variant for that. If you're into that kind of thing, you might be grabbing both of them. Let's see what the chat's been doing. Tom King's Wonder Woman is now. When is he start? Is he starting at 801 or 800? I should probably have looked a little closer. You said you were going to read issue 1. Jeez, John. Issue 1 of what? I can't remember. He's on the covers for. Oh no. That's so bad for my wallet. So he's starting at 800. Dang. Tom King's Wonder Woman. All right. I prefer his stuff in trades, but I'll read the issue 1 just for you guys. Hoopla is fantastic. I do use Hoopla from the library. Yeah, for sure. It's just the newer stuff that's troubling and challenging to catch that way. Let's see here. I bet Michael's talking about She-Hulk issue 1 that I was supposed to read it. Supposed to read issue 1. I might have read it. I don't remember. It didn't stick. If I read it, it didn't stick with me. If I got impatient and put it in the short box with the other She-Hulk books, and I may have forgotten about it. That's what happens. My brain's not all there. Not all there. Here's another one of the X-Men Before the Fall of X stories. The Heralds of Apocalypse. Apocalypse is returning. You know I'm going to be buying that. I like the character of Apocalypse a lot, so I'm excited for that. Storm, issue number 2 on the far side there. Storm, what you wearing, girl? That's not casual wear. Come on now. What are you doing? Don't make trouble. Savage Dragon, not reading that right now. I don't think anybody I know is reading Savage Dragon anymore, but hey, if you are, I'd love to hear about it. Love to hear about that. And we're getting into the mixed bag stuff here a little bit. Gun Honey's coming back. Yeah, not a lot here. I know you didn't read it because you'd still be reading it. It's that good? She-Hulk is that good. Is that what's... I am stunned to hear you say it. Bizarro says he's out. Got comics to read. I appreciate you, sir. Have a great evening. Just like the timeless covers, but I love Apocalypse too. I did get the Apocalypse one this week. I did get it. I did buy that. You're still reading She-Hulk and loving it. You're making me question all my life's choices right now. And I think that concludes our journey, my friends. I let me drop this out. And welcome back. Welcome back. So my pull list kind of small on this side. My trades and my issue number ones that I'm going to be probably given at least one, if not ongoing choices too. So across the next 2 months, my pull list is going to get nice. It's going to get small. It's shrinking. Chaos look. Let's do July. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me, man? I don't know that there's much in July that I'm looking forward to yet. I'm not like all amped on. It's the end of Daredevil. Do I have anything else that I'm like, I'm not like going bonkers over the stuff going on there. So, I'm not worried about it. A lot of like stuff that I'm like, do I really want it? What's going on? So yeah. You're dot damn right, John. Possibly my favorite. What? I don't know what's happening here. Let's do the 2023 bound. We're going to do all of it. The Night Terror variants. I just saw that. Holy cow. A ton of comics in there. All right. I'm winding this down, but I'm going to go back and read up on She-Hulk issue number 14. So here's what I'm going to do. It's Rainbow. That's the creative team on it. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I clearly like Michael too much. That's the problem I've got here. I like Michael too much. He's convincing me of stuff. He's an influencer. For those that don't know, this is one of the legit influencers in my life. So what I'm going to do, because She-Hulk is on issue coming up on the issue 50, whatever. I have the Marvel app. There's probably 6 or 7 of these issues on the Marvel app. So my oath to you, Michael, is that I'm going to go in and read any of the issues they've got on the Marvel app and catch up. So I'm going to do my best to read a ton of them and to get closer caught up to where they are now. And then we will reevaluate what's going on here. Because it sounds like your feelings about She-Hulk are very similar to my buddy JP's feelings about the previous Black Widow that was out and how much he loved what was happening on Black Widow. And I want to go back and read some of that too. I hear great things there. So I'll put Black Widow and She-Hulk on my, I don't have a section for this, but I have a Marvel app section now. And I will do that. Yeah. Swore an oath right here, live at the 1 hour, 38 minute mark, swearing an oath to Sove Collector to read She-Hulk on the app and read the not Tessa Thompson, the Black Widow by Thompson on the app as well. And you got other folks here. You got other people chiming in on this as well. So there it is. So it is written. So shall it be done. There you go. So I've read the Black Widow too. So now I got 2 books that I'm going to be reading on the Marvel app just for my man Sove, and well, I guess a little bit for JP. Last volume of Black Widow was a good read. It's sad it got canned, and I hear other people like JP, like Michael, saying the same thing. So good. The first arc is solid. Kind of fell apart after that in Doom's opinion, but I'm going to go as deep into that run as I can possibly go. 14 issues are coming out as of June. So if I back that up to where we are, 3, there should be about 5 or 6 issues on the app. If they're 6 months behind, sometimes they're only 3 months behind on some of these books. So I can get really close to fully caught up. There's no info. Came by and hung out with us and chatted it up, gave me ideas of what to read, and helped me reevaluate where I am with my collection right now. I feel like 2 or 3 books a week is a good number for me, and it allows me fluidity to buy a new hardcover when Philadelphia drops a new hardcover It allows me to buy a new omnibus because there's, I think, 4 left that I know of through this summer that I'm getting. The new Deadly Class, the new Claremont X-Men Volume 5, and is it New X-Men? Hickman's New X-Men gets an omnibus, and I think there's one more that I'm buying this summer. So it allows me them funds to get the omnis that I really want to get, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is fewer issues to have to store, more things for the bookshelf that I can read at my own speed when I have the time, and that I can take with me when I travel. I can grab one of those hardcovers, not necessarily an omni, but certainly some of those hardcovers and travel with them. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Appreciate all the hangout time, and I hope you have a great weekend. Not sure if we'll be going live tomorrow. We shall see. Charlie's got a soccer game, but it was good to see you all tonight. Omnis are very expensive. Morrison's X-Men, I hear, is phenomenal, and it's one of the few X-Men runs I have not read because I've been waiting. This summer in June, that omnibus drops, and I will read it all this summer. So definitely true. Gonna happen. Thanks, Marcus. I appreciate you too, my man. Everybody have a great weekend, and I will see you back here again on Tuesday when I'm doing Omni X-Men. We're talking about issue 171. I'm also on JP's channel for Dungeons and Dragons on Sunday night. So I'll see you guys there as well if you're fans of that. Have a good night, gang. Peace.